everyone, coming to you with a different view, a different angle. Just rearranging the screen a bit, which is nice. To have a chat about how we're all concerned with the world and how we're looking at it and what we're actually doing about it from my angle, which is open to feeling the whole lot, so that we can get to the truth and join up in strengthening that. And it's not like the truth is hidden, because what the truth is really does come from the center of our hearts. And that's not love cliche, the center of your heart, although it can be that as well. It is the center of your heart is a emanation of what really is good for all. So we're born with that and we learn it. Treating others good is good for us. So that's really what truth comes back to, for us all to enjoy our planet, enjoy our lives, learning what it's all about, opening our souls to experiencing through this vessel, this lifetime, and remembering all the amazing things that are now assisting us, our souls, to share our souls and walk the path of the soul ongoing in this lifetime. So I just had a reminder to share. And so these part of a holistic grid, it comes down to this center of us, which is like the center of the diamond spark at our chest, which is essentially there is an undeniable truth that we can all come together on. And so you can see in the world today that that's what we're doing, that we are in ourselves capable of looking at what we've put up with, what we've been a part of, what we still may choose, what's still going on, and how we're entangled in it. But when it comes down to it, we're divine light beings, and it matters to us innately how others are going as well, including ourselves. We are, looking at others as though we would not like to feel that way if we're seeing like overextended suffering. There's something wrong there. Or people being picked on. There's something not right there, and we feel it. So we have this innate call, especially now, to speak up. But what are we speaking up with? Our own soul, our own ways of being and doing, but with this innate light center, with the power of that. So we ignite that, like at the solar plexus, there's lots of fear involved, and it makes us angry. So we're igniting out of the fear into a response. And if you've listened to Abraham Hicks at all, Esther Hicks channels Abraham, Higher Collective, they will speak of an emotional scale. So the human has the emotional body and the mental body to express in this vessel. And when you ignite into getting something out with anger, okay, good. Then there's a scale that's like, okay, what after this? So they have named the emotions for the human to bring themselves back to an innate higher balance because of the truth. Like our souls are naturally of a higher vibration, and they're doing their best in this human energy field to ignite themselves in new creation and network, lovingly standing up for it. So human evolution, uprising, all from knowing what feels right, like conscience, and what doesn't. And that's why my recent post in Facebook about AOC, Alexandria Cortez, Ocasio-Cortez, was chatting about confronting billionaire moves and how that's out of balance. And I just want to remind you all that I have Matthias still stuffing around in my being, trying to pull it off balance. So I want to get to the point of this. And there was much I liked about Alexandria's interview and confrontation of just laying it out that we need to not let this fall by the wayside and continue, and to really uproot what's been held in place, and then we don't have the yes, that's right, the balancing out of, my words, conscientious forethought. So when people have a platform for themselves, they become the forethought, and anyone else is nearly like they presume God level or something. So you can see how that's got to fall out, like held up crap. It's got to fall out. So I want to get to this diagram understanding of what I'm talking about, because I don't know about these patterns. So looking at these points, we can think of the center of our heart spark, and this is a painting I'm going to do soon, but I want to show you the picture. Hopefully you can see that. It is a heart with wings, and at its center is the diamond expansion of the heart spark. So it's like, once we really hit home of truth, of knowing our souls a bit, standing up and being ourselves, and how we make an impact from that, it's like an idea spark that expands. So I want to give you that idea for Okay, so billionaires, right? They get ideas and they get a foundational platform. So it's the base of the base. Okay, so like we can look at humans functioning this way. Heaven, earth, and on earth, our expansion, right? So get ideas, accumulate, create this point of foundation. Foundational element of being on earth. Created that. Good, okay. So if that was accepted that I created it within a healthy network, then all this and that person would be considering in a good way that it is not this person on their own and they should be ignorant to the rest, because that's what we're seeing. Not all billionaires, but I'm talking about people who use money as a platform and our ears are blocked to the rest. Money, and along with that, status and power, etc. So, but what they're doing is going, okay, I've created this, I can stand on it, and it gets to their head, and they skip this. They skip the appreciation at the center, the truth that we are all this. So it's very freaking ignorant to like a holistic network. And that is what's trying to build how we should live. So I hope you can see that picture. So they skip going up through the heart with appreciation and this becoming the foundation. And they go up to their heads and that gets like bigger and bigger. Me, 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 I don't hear anything else. Okay, but I'm just here to bring truth that we all know that it's at our heart center that makes a healthy life. So if these people holding on to money don't hear us, then that's solely what they're operating from. They don't give a shit what's at the center of that arm they've been given, to the chest they've been given, to the heart spark they've been given to be on earth at this time. Forgive me, but I have a deep appreciation for the whole design of this, like heaven and earth and treating each other well and making it the best experience. And when people walk around like they just got their hands in their pockets and they don't hear anything else, and you know, where's my next photo opportunity because you love me so much, instead of shh, 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 at the mouth, go back to your heart, take a real look, okay? And seriously, everything that you can't hear of us, you need to shut down. So everything that's spinning around your head about how life should be, and it's ignorant to this fact isn't going away. We are a light network. We are a light planet. Thank you for the design. I get to have a nice time on planet Earth, and this is my foundation. Is everyone having a nice time on planet Earth? I mean, that's what I would be like, sitting back at the end of the day, if I'd done my part with creation, made impact in any way, and thought to myself, who else is content with themselves? But see, that's the journey of some souls. They need to go down, back through their vessel into that heart spark reality. And the only way that's going to happen is from the outside saying, no, we don't like the way you're operating. You're not helping a healthy network. Okay, you're actually like a bit of a disease in it. Okay, because you are standing out for ignorance. So, I mean, I wish we could say to them all, don't be so fucking ignorant of your fellow man. And, you know, the trumpet in leadership of one of the, you know, biggest populations on the planet is like on a pedestal of being a jerk. So he's not, and we all know this, everyone's talking about it, how this network, he doesn't want to be an agreeable part in it. So like it's just making obvious sense. So light will be shone on them, which is what's happening. And we don't need to stop that. And isn't it great? Because all they need to do is bring a bit of balance at the heart with their eyeballs instead of looking at their own reflection. How great am I? At the end of the day, it's numbers, okay? And it's actually not even numbers really, because numbers is what designed our life, really. Design is behind a lot of the universal layering intricacy of communication. So it don't matter how much numbers you want to count while you're here, it matters what kind of a platform you're making with the numbers that appear for you. And I'm sorry, all billionaires that have this kind of view on the planet, but we are just not one with it. It's literally separation. And that don't gel. So, isn't it good? We're going to have spotlight. So don't stop with that, and we're not to fear those with numbers in their hands. Yeah, don't ever give into like your creative center having to be quiet because of the way someone is presenting due to the crown on their head from what they've created, because they didn't create that alone. They're not special. Godliness. And you should be shut down. It's actually the other way around. Look at that reflection. He's pointing in the mirror. Point a finger. You should be shut down. Look in the mirror. That's what you're giving out. That's what's coming back. So I can't wait to paint this picture. It is going to be so much fun. Wings on a heart, diamond expansion center. Essentially our light. Allowed. Not ruled by accumulation. And we all really don't need to accumulate too much, do we? That's what we're talking about. Like, there are those of us who are quite happy to get up and live a life of creation, make enough money, share when we can, assist our our neighbor or anyone in any neighborhood where we are. We all know that that's a great balance. But we all know we need time out as well, because we've got to balance ourselves to be able to do that in the world. But really, we know that and this is what's shut down the solar plexus and creative center. The solar plexus of becoming me is okay and I can expand. And so becoming you, it's like Alexandria was saying, a lot of people have to work a few jobs to get themselves through school in the US. In Australia, it's somewhat balanced, but depending on cost of things, a couple of jobs might be needed. Just, it all depends. But it just seems like the powers that be in the States really want to push down on the unique voices, and that's what we all came to planet Earth for. So, and working those one job or two jobs to get you through, or to raise the children, or to cover medical bills, or whatever, because they're not getting that balanced assistance. People still have their heart and souls in participation. You can say that anywhere in the world. You can see people's eyes light up when they're creating, when they're assisting, working together, the unexpected nature and delight of living. And then you have that shook up by some really callous kind of confrontational, disempowering the voices for ridiculousness. And yeah, so I'm glad that I'm a part of not standing by to watch that continue. And we all do what we truly can, looking what feels like, we can describe it ignorance and evil, and because it's just complete looking at someone and right through them, instead of being in that position and balancing like a wing at the heart center, balancing that we're all here on the same planet, that nothing is going to make you sit in some tower somewhere as though, like the age-old protect what I have, and just age-old separation mentality that just really goes unconscious. Yes, so we want to come back to, we'll finish this video at showing this, because I want to come back to that center, because that center of the tree here is coming back to that balance, like the angel wings of the heart, in which we are at heart all from heaven, and it is of a wing representation of our lighter natures and expansion and ongoing movement. So too on earth, as trees, the center of our tree, let's not forget where we come from. Let's bring it back in and balance for a nice, big, healthy time on earth. And we don't want to look around and say, oh, you're a dead tree and I'm a great tree. More like, is your tree having trouble? Could I assist you with anything? Some nourishment at the base, is there any little thing I can do? see you having a hard time out on those branches of life because something is like pulling on you. Is there anything I can assist at the trunk and that branch just to say I'll be there for you if you're having a hard time? Perhaps you need to let those old parts go, you know, because we're sharing the same planet for the moment and there's nothing that says I should distance myself from you and take from you. Okay, God bless everyone. Another great old chat for me. And I can't wait till this all picks up speed. I love that it's our undeniable center of truth. Enough with the clouded judgment, dance around, instead of consciously coming home to oneself. That's all that's really happening. So God bless all souls to come home to oneself. Bring some balance, you know? It's like, shh, about yourself. Just for a little bit. You're not going anywhere. Everyone loves you. But they're going to love you even more if you help. You don't have to go out of your way. You're not going to lose everything. They're just going to love you more. Because at our heart centers, we all come from the same place. We all want the same good for each other. So if you could align with that, that would be great. So instead of everyone jumping into bed with the accumulation process, which is not holistic progress, we have to remind them we're more than that. And all of us together are. Like, we are inside more than that. And all of us on this planet are that. Moreness. So just tone down your self-appreciation uprising into inner world. I'd say somewhat forgiveness, because when people are asked to turn down their excess of themselves in the world, they have to come back home and see that, okay, maybe I overextended myself and I need to actually come back down through the center of me and ground. And that's a good thing. It can only be good. Okay, it's like a landing. And then, yeah, that was my point. So with that diamond painting, it's that foundation. So it's a landing, and the natural flow of life itself through us is in the planet, and us, the heavens. So there is a landing, get some peace, and then your new foundation is at the heart. We're all doing great. We are truly just standing up through the center for balance, looking out from the heart platform. So I'll just leave us with that one thing that I just said, because when I heard that statement years ago, have like your heart is your new eyes, it's so helpful, because we can think growing up in sort of a masculine, action oriented, and still the hearts of all the feminine in both sexes, we can have that rushed perspective. But when we land like we're all creators on the planet, then there can be an acceptance that if you start to then use your eyes for your heart, your energy shifts, because you don't look upon anyone else anymore as though, what can I have? And it's completely different, because that's what we have sped up in energy on this planet. And I think there's another video to come to talk about how autopilot that is. How our agendas don't even include looking at the world with heart. It can just pre-programming, having, or even if I have to, instead of creating healthily from my foundational chakras, I'll use them for taking as though I've created, which is just false energy and not rising healthily energy. So esoterically, the rising natural flow of you that you have to support being yourself, and not like this world is operated where it's, what can I have from them or what can I take, And we think that that's hidden energy. Nothing is hidden at all of our energy. That's why there is the Akashic records. If you look into the Akashic records, they are energetic records of all goings on. And you must respect that as well. That's another element. If you do read Akashic records, you just like you were to go and take something from someone, you can't request to get inside someone else's Akashic records without their permission. So universal design, so law, universal design. We must just be at one with love and forget about the have and take. I'll leave it there. Oh, at 33:33. Cool. Much love, everybody. Bye for now.